Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Shady Shebak. I'm a psychiatrist in Dearborn, Michigan, and I'm also faculty with Michigan State University. And I wanted to take this moment to discuss social media in the context of the social isolation. So we know that social media can be one of two things. It can be a good thing because we're connected, because we can still talk to friends and family. And there's another aspect in times of crises. Connectivity and being able to see what other people are going through gives us a sense of shared suffering, which is a very important concept because it actually helps us to know that other people are going through what we're going through. You know, human beings are individuals, but we also have a collective aspect to us, and we're also social creatures. And so that shared suffering really helps sometimes alleviate some anxiety and stress. It allows us to talk to other people who are understanding what we're going through, who are going through what we're going through, and it's a very important aspect to keep in mind and to admit to it. On the other hand, connectivity is also a negative, right? Because you're constantly bombarded with news, anxiety provoking things. You know, human beings in general are not meant to constantly be anxious about what's to come on a worldwide scale. You know, today we know of deaths that are occurring all over the world, and it can make us feel numb. It can make us feel anxious. It can make us feel despaired or depressed, and that's okay too. Let's admit these things to each other so that we can get through it. Um, when human beings lived in tribes and in small circles, their main concern was their family, themselves, and their tribe. As we became more of a global community, um, that's become dispersed, and now we're constantly know what's going on all over the world. And I would say that I don't think we're necessarily meant to be that way. We're not meant to constantly be bombarded with bad news or constantly be connected to people, right? If you just go back to 1990, right? Um, when we went home, that was it. We didn't have to see or interact with people that on a regular constant level that we do now. Now, when we go home, we just sign out to social media. It's always on our phone. We're always connected, and that can cause anxiety. That can cause feeling trapped in a way. So the connectivity is a double-edged sword. What I want to say is let's use the social media in the positive form. Let's keep in touch with families. Let's create WhatsApp groups and support systems and be in touch with the people that really make us feel better and to avoid the things that may stress us out. So if let's for example, if something on Facebook is really stressing you out, maybe take a break from that social media platform and go on to another one. Like I said, WhatsApp, which is something I use often, and I have several groups on there that are very fun, and we keep each other company and talk about funny things and lighten up the mood a little bit. And if you, for example, are on Instagram and you start to feel a little bit anxious. You keep seeing too many pictures of people doing things that you feel that you're not doing and you're not living up to a certain expectation. It's okay to first of all admit that to yourself, and then also to get off that platform for a little bit. That's fine. You know, there shouldn't be a fear of missing out with regards to something like this. We need to do what's going to make us comfortable, what's going to make us feel better, and use our energy and resources to the best of our abilities to make those around us feel good and comfortable. It's okay not to like everything that you see. It's okay not to be um, on the forefront of sharing news all the time or feel like you're missing out on something that's going on or what have you. That's okay to have those feelings. What we need to do is we need to work on finding alternatives so that we can succeed in this crisis in being mentally and physically sound and healthy. And I think that goes with, again, let me outline just a few things. Creating support networks on social media, and not on one specific platform. It could be a different platform for each person depending on their anxiety level and what makes them stressed out. Stay in touch with family. You know, today we are blessed to have so many ways to be in touch with family around the world, to make phone calls, to use support systems appropriately, and to also be a support system if you can to people who may be struggling, especially if they're family and friends and people that you really do care about and that are in your life and that you feel a sense of responsibility towards. At the end of the day, everyone deals with crises differently. And I think that social media allows us to find different venues and different platforms that may be best for us in times of isolation. But don't forget that there's also negative aspects, and it's okay to admit those to yourself. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to get annoyed. It's okay to be irritated sometimes. It's okay to take a break from people. It's okay to take a break from entire platforms as well. And it's okay to, isolate in the way that makes you feel best and in the way that makes your family and friends and support systems feel supported as well. But the number one priority is to try to go through this and be as mentally and socially and physically sound as possible given the circumstances that we're dealing with. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.